So those of you who were with us for our inaugural garden meditation here at Unity of Nashville a couple weeks ago, it was raining, but today it's not. It's actually a beautiful evening. Once the full moon comes in, we'll get to have a perfect view of it. So it'll be somewhere back there. And so we're going to be live here in person. And I just want to invite everybody to just take ownership of your experience here this evening. People always come into these garden meditations having meditated for the first time or having meditated for the 100th or 1000th time. And it's always a different experience. And so I just invite everybody to just really claim it. You know, whatever happens here this evening is exactly what you need. You know, Spirit has called you here for some reason. There is no accidents. So you're here for an opportunity to be able to open. And so the idea of meditation is really to quiet the mind. I mean, that's the basic version of it, right? But it is really also to connect back to yourself. We are so used to, in our culture, disassociating. We don't even really fully connect with our bodies. The other day, I just read something that was so powerful to think of. We think of this idea of the Trinity in religion, of like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. But in Gnostic traditions, the Trinity is really us in the sense of our mind, our body, and our soul. That is the internal Trinity that we're trying to sort of get back to be able to have this experience of spirit, this experience of wholeness. And when we have that, even if it's just for brief moments, we begin to have that practice where we open up. And that opening allows us for then to have more health in our lives, more healthy relationships in our lives, more joy in our lives. And so we're practicing. We're used to being able to think about having to come and sit and you know, meditation, at least from my experience, right? You're coming and you're sitting and it has to be really intense and you got to feel like you're levitating, right? And, you know, and you're more focused on what's happening versus just allowing for something to happen. And then have you had that experience where you're stressing about meditating and you're not really meditating? You're stressing. So I just invite everyone today to just let it be. Like, whatever happens, if you're thinking about the dog or you're thinking about what was made for dinner, what you got to go make for dinner, whatever, just allow that to be. And one of the things I loved with one of the co-founders of Unity, Charles Filmer, he would say, when these things come into your mind, just like gently sweep them away like cobwebs. And they're just these little things that we're not going to really focus on, stress on. We're just going to allow them to kind of just move to the side. So with that said, usually what I'll do is we'll do the meditation and then we do a Q&A afterwards if people want to share or have questions. I don't usually do that part for the onliners, sorry, but you also have the opportunity to just chat there in the stream. So if this is your first time here, give us a shout out. Even if it's your millionth time here, give us a shout out. We are so grateful to have this technology to bring you all into this experience. So let's just get ready. Let's just do this, you all. All right. I invite you all to just close your eyes. And if you've never closed your eyes in meditation, I'm going to offer you up a challenge to try this evening. Because when we close our outer eyes, we have a greater access to that inner eye. And so allow your inner eye to just open. And allow your body to tell you. Your body talks. Your body will tell you what it needs. Take some beautiful, deep cleansing breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. I invite you to just take some really big, beautiful, buoyant breaths. As you breathe in, your stomach is ballooning out. And as you breathe out, it's sort of just pushing back in that air to expel. Again, don't over-focus on the breath. We don't want to be obsessing about all of what our bodies and minds should do. We just allow it. It knows what it needs to do. It knows what you need in this moment. So just trust it. Trust yourself to know. We have all of that accessible to us at any given point in time. Our intuition is spot on always. We just have to train ourselves to listen. So we breathe in and we breathe out. Relaxing our bodies, maybe wiggling our fingers and toes, shrugging your shoulders, whatever you need to do to just really relax in this moment. Allow your body to relax and allow you to really fully be in a position to be present. To be present in the presence. We breathe in and we breathe out. Wherever you're at, maybe in your own garden, in your bed, it doesn't matter. Just allow it to be. And if there's sounds that come on in, maybe the dog barking or a plane overhead or some kind of noise, that's okay. It's all meant to be. It's part of this experience for you here this evening. So we open up this space here this evening. We open up this energetic space here this evening as we convene here together, as we meditate in communion and in community. We open up this space here together as we connect minds and hearts and souls to be able to support each other on this journey inward. So we just allow for that right now. And maybe you invite some divine beings to join you here this evening. And if you don't, that's okay too. But some of us have affinities with angels or fairies or spirit guides. Maybe you call in the ancestors. Maybe you call in some guide, someone from your past, someone that is a wise being and that can be here with you. And again, that's not necessary, but if your spirit is calling for that, just allow it. And there's no judgment on anything that we're doing here this evening. Oftentimes, things will be raised in this moment for you, and you're going to wonder why. You're going to think it's nonsensical. You're going to think it's illogical. You're going to think it's the weirdest thing. But I invite you to think of it as something that Spirit, your holiness is calling you to listen to. And that might not be a message that you'll fully comprehend right in this moment. But if you just open yourself up to that, if you just invite your very self to be wondrous, to be curious, you will see the blessings run wild. So we breathe in and we breathe out. Tonight we have the honor of being joined by a full moon. The full moon this evening is known by many names in many cultures. The blood moon, the harvest moon. It's the first moon after the equinox, first moon after the official start of fall. And in cultures all over the world, for centuries, this has been a potent day to let go and to begin anew. So today I invite you all, we're gonna be in that beautiful harvest moon energy. And I invite you, I'd like for us to really set the intention of what we need to release. harvest moon was a time when cultures would go out literally to harvest and to hunt. It's a hunter's moon as well. And that's when they were stockpiling for the winter, knowing that darkness was coming, knowing that things were dying, things were going back into the ground, settling in for dormancy until the spring again. And that's also a time when people would begin to think about relationships, think about people in their lives, think about connections and community. They relied on each other to get through the winter. And so tonight we kind of give energy to that, thinking about releasing and relationship. So as we take these beautiful, deep, cleansing breaths, we set the intention for Spirit to speak, your spirit within to speak. What needs to be released in your life? Is it negative thoughts? Is it thoughts of lack? Is it thoughts of not having enough? Thoughts of not being enough? Thoughts of not looking how you need to look or want to look? Is it not being smart enough? Is it not being thin enough? Is it not having the relationships that you want in your life? Is it feeling lonely? Are you feeling abandoned? Are you feeling sad? And we don't place judgment on any of these feelings, any of these thoughts. We just allow them to rise, gently to rise. This is a time often for very strong emotional energies, but they're far from being traumatic in the sense that they are spirit speaking. It's opportunities for healing. These are things within your subconscious, things within your deep programming, things within you that need to be expelled and released so that you can heal deeply and profoundly and step into your power. What needs to be released this evening so that you can step into your power, so that you can live the abundant life that you were meant to live, so that you can let prosperity reign wildly in your life through wonderful romantic relationships, through wonderful friendships, through an amazing job and career, through great relationships with your children and your parents and your siblings. Great relationships and connections in your community, in your spiritual community, in your various communities that you walk in life. We open ourselves up here this evening to sometimes emotions that may be complex and complicated and painful. But instead of casting them only in that light, we cast them in a light of transformation, of renewal, of regeneration, of rebirth, of possibility, of hope, of faith. We take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out as we release, as we let go, as we release and we let go of what no longer serves us. What no longer serves you? What no longer serves you? What are you making space for? What are you clearing out in your life? What seeds begin to be planted here and now as you clear out that mental clutter, that mental space, that monkey mind that takes up so much of you? And we release, we allow it to just drain right down our feet into this beautiful earth. Mother Earth, Pachamama, we allow that earth to just energize us and to love us and to nurture us and to comfort us. This is the wisdom that we have lost in this culture. We return back to the knowing of the beauty and power of the earth. We return back to the knowing of the medicine that is all around us, in the grass, in the animals, in the owls, in our pets at home. We open ourselves up to the mystery of all of that. We open ourselves up to be curious about how our environment can nurture and heal us. We are out here this evening in the elements as a way to just power up as we are outside and just enjoy. So we feel that earth caressing us. We feel the sky and the trees and the birds just dancing and singing and being here with us on this magical journey as we release, as we prepare for this time of introspection, as we prepare for this time of change in our lives. We get excited about it. How exciting for you to engage in the possibility of newness, to engage in the possibility of taking some steps, maybe small, to something new in your life. We open up to that. We muster in that courage that resides in our bellies. We open up to that intuition to guide us, opening up to that power within us that we know. So we let all of that yumminess just coat us right now like this beautiful blanket. We allow our intuition to be part of this dance that we do this evening, this cosmic dance, this energetic dance. We open up that space within us to trust, to trust, to trust. And as we open up to that trust, that intuition, to that knowing, to that courage, to that curiosity, to that creativity, we set the intentions for renewal in relationships. What relationships in your life are calling for renewal right now? What relationships need joy, need trust, need communication, need transparency, need wisdom, need hope, need love? What relationships in your life do we need to create space for? As we set that intention for this time of restoration of relationships, we don't need to know how. We don't need to know when. We just need to know that as we powerfully set this intention together here in community, that it is so, and that we will be sourced and resourced to allow it to be. Our job is not to know. Our job is to trust and to allow the process to unfold, to partner with the God of your understanding, the universe, the cosmic energy, whatever it is that you're called to understand, the understanding of that higher being, of that higher purpose. You're partnering with it right now and confirming and affirming boldly that your path is set. You have set the intention, and that blessings will flow into your life to be able to unfold that intention mightily. So people will come into your life, circumstances will come into your life, opportunities will come into your life. But we stay awake, we stay practicing, and we stay ready, and we listen. The universe speaks to you all the time. We are spoken to all the time. We just are practicing opening up our ears for those with ears to hear, for those with eyes to see. And so we practice that now, to hear the messages that may become in a song playing on the radio, a billboard as you're passing by, a license plate, somebody's comment in the grocery line that catches your attention. We just open ourselves up to all of those wondrous moments, all of those miraculous moments where our self is connected and we hear with ears to hear. And right now, I invite you to just take a few minutes in the silence, to just relax into this moment, to allow Spirit to source and resource you, to allow the release, to allow the renewal, to allow whatever your body, mind, and spirit needs in this moment. We rest for a few minutes in the silence, just downloading, uploading, feeling all of that in our cells. Every cell of our body is awake with the fire of life. Every cell of our body is impassioned and is speaking in the silence. we gather here today in community, as people have done for years in this sacred evening of the harvest moon, of the hunter moon, of the blood moon, remembering that we are all connected. We are all divine mind connected. We are all oneness and expression. We remember that here this evening, and we remember that we are never alone. Sometimes life is complicated and complex and sad and overwhelming, and we cry on our own. And we think that we are alone, and we think that nobody understands, and we think that no one is going through the same thing. But the truth is that we are all connected, and that we are all safe, and that no one and nothing is against us, and that we have access to love and to support at every moment in time. And as we grow in this process, and as we allow in this process, we also allow for ourselves to ask for what we need, to not be ashamed and to not be embarrassed, and to not feel like we have to have it all together, and to not feel like we have to know everything, and we have to be strong, and we have to be superwomen, and we have to be supermen. And we allow for us to just be okay with needing something or someone. And we allow it to be okay to use our voice, to use our power voice, our power center of voice, to be able to speak into existence what it is we want and need. What is it that you want and need, and what are you willing to speak up for? What are you willing to be brave to speak your truth? Your voice is ready to be heard. Your voice needs to be heard. Your life depends on it. As we sit here today, as we lay here today, as we have joy in this circle of meditation today, and we remember that we are all one, we send out our love into the world. We use this opportunity together to be a catalyst for change, to be a catalyst for love, to send out vibrations of beauty and prosperity and abundance and possibility and nurturance into the world. What spaces in the world do we want to connect with here and now that need our love? You are an agent of change. Every single person on this planet is a powerful being. No one is small. Everyone is big in spiritual purpose. Connect to that knowing. What you do here right now, what you do as you go forward, has meaning in the world, has resonance in the world. And so we send that love out now, all over the world. Healing, sending out life, speaking words of life into the world, seeing light shine in the darkest of places, and allowing for even that darkness to be transformative, to be transmuted into the goodness and the godness of life. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in restoration, renewal, relationship, and breathing out what no longer serves. We give thanks for this evening. We give thanks for that beautiful mother moon. We give thanks for everything here this evening, every heart that is joined right here in real time and maybe later on the live stream watching. We remember that there is no limitation in time and space for spirit. Everyone has been here this evening or at some point in time with us on this meditation journey by divine appointment. So we say thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to be here together. Thank you for this opportunity to be on this wondrous journey together. Thank you for the opportunity to feel connected to other beings here that are on this growth journey. We give thanks for all that has come before us, all the inhabitants that have walked this land, this specific land here. We bless it, and we bless it. And we say thank you for this and so much more as we come back to this time, as we come back to our bodies, as we take some deep breaths, as we move about, just allowing ourselves to gently come back to this time and space, allowing ourselves to just return back with joy, with a smile on your face, knowing that you have gifted yourself so deliciously this evening. Give yourself some love and some thanks for taking the time out to be you. We give thanks and we allow any divine beings that have joined us to just go back and just thank anyone, anything that was part of this journey with us this evening. Closing this space, coming back. And so it is, and so we mightily let it be. Amen. Ooh. It's dark out here now. Wow. I had my eyes closed. Hi, everybody. We have Chrislyn Mercer and Ella Corbett Butler and Kristen Reed and Kim Hope. Servany, amen, aho, and so it is. Thank you so much, those of you who are online, who are with us this evening. It's really my honor and pleasure. Hi, Lisette. It's my honor and pleasure. And so, hi, Elena. Hi, Joanne. So now you get to, and the moon is somewhere around here, and it's coming. So you guys get to play now on your own with the moon, continuing to set the intentions for your life. This is an amazing, amazing thing. Hi, Anna. Hi, Valerie. So, feel free to send me an email if you have any questions, if you want to share anything about your experience, if you have any ideas about a meditation you'd like to see me do. And I know always we're going to do this again in 2 weeks. I believe it's November 3rd, same place here. We may have to do it a little earlier since it's getting darker sooner. But thank you everyone for being here and being with us and lifting up the light and love. We're doing our thing, are we not? So thank you everyone. Hi Marina. Hi Carlos. How are you? Thank you so much everyone, and know that we are all with you. Hey Kent, you are beautiful. Hi Lauren Braddock. Thank you so much, and feel free to share this. This will be on Facebook, on the Unity of Nashville Facebook page. Share it with your friends, do a post, and invite friends. All right, thank you, beautiful people. You are the one. Don't forget it. Bye.